Hello?
What is that? What is that?
Oh, they've got horns. Can you see them?
This is insane.
Camping encounters are inherently unpredictable, often turning into survival situations in a heartbeat. From a camping trip fleeing a massive volcano to a stranger testing your van doors at 1 a.m., the stakes are high. If the atmosphere shifted, would you trust your gut or wait for the worst? This disturbing footage comes from Rick, the creator behind the YouTube channel Rick in His Van, where he documents life on the road in a self-converted camper van. Rick travels from place to place, sharing not only his journeys across the country, but also the realities of van life, including the highs, the setbacks, and the practical lessons he has learned along the way. On October 26, 2023, Rick set out expecting another simple overnight trip, but this journey would be different. This time, he intentionally chose to camp in a woodland area, known locally for its unsettling reputation. It was a personal challenge to spend a full night alone in a place many people avoided after dark. What began as a calm and quiet escape would slowly unravel into one of the most disturbing experiences of his life.
This is the Common. Now, I've been here before and shot a few videos here before, and a couple of other things that I've filmed here. It's only up the road for me, so it's a really easy place to come to, and it's lovely, and you can wild camp here, and you are allowed. I'm here, I'm just going to sit in the van, make myself something to eat, let it get a bit, and then I'm going to go off into the woods over there and see what we can find. Right, so this is home for the night. First things first, dinner. What have I got? Particularly exotic or gourmet hot dogs, frankfurters, but they do taste amazing. So I'm going to get those. Oh, I've got some crisps. I am missing a beer. That's the one thing I didn't bring, but I have got coffee. So that's the main thing. Things first, let me just take you outside. I haven't shown you exactly where we are and where the van is. This is it. This will be home for the night. This is it. Right, let's go get dinner on.
Rick parked in a remote clearing deep within the forest, a location he had visited before and felt comfortable with. The air felt cool and the woods were silent, the kind of stillness that only exists in complete isolation. At that moment, nothing seemed unusual. Feeling relaxed, he prepared a simple meal of hot dogs and buns, planning to eat before nightfall. The atmosphere felt calm and steady, almost comforting. There were no warning signs, no sense of immediate danger, just a quiet evening alone in the forest. But the calm would not last.
So, just going to tuck into these. I don't judge, I have made 4. I am a hungry man, but I am going to double up on the sausage inside the bun. No idea where on earth I'm going. I wish there was a path. Let's just go this way. Let's see where we're going. Right. Oh, hello. What's that? What is that in the woods there? Look, what's that? Oh, I think I found the church. That was easy. Ah, it's not a gate. That is a fence. Ah, there's the church.
Carrying a torch, Rick decided to explore the surrounding area. As he moved through the trees, he came across a church partially hidden within the forest. The structure stood silently among the woods, adding to the area's eerie reputation. While he was observing the surroundings, something suddenly changed.
Oh, right, let's go and have a look. Just check this out. I haven't come prepped with the best torch in the world. Oh yeah, look at that. What is a little church like that doing in the middle of the woods? What? You've got a little graveyard. And a shovel, random shovel. What is going on in this place? Chairs? In the middle of the woods? What's all that about? Sorry. Standing all over you. I'm going to come back here in the daytime and have a look. I'm going to come back here in the morning. Well, that's a good thumb now, isn't it? I look like that guy, don't I? Look. Here's Johnny. Speaking of church, I'm going to come back and check this place out in the morning when I can have a good look round. Because I've already tripped over and gone arse over tit. Bye, church. What the hell is that? Hello? Hello? What the hell was... Did you see that? Was that just me? Swear, this me, there was someone standing there. There was someone standing right here. I swear to God, there was someone standing right here by my gimbal. Right. Right, that's freaked me out a little bit, so I'm just gonna go. Shut up. Right, I'm not joking you, that's just slammed itself shut. I can't lock it, I can't lock it. I'm locking that. There's my gimbal. I'm getting out of here. I did not like that noise. Right, where am I going? I can't even see where I'm going.
Rick noticed a figure dressed completely in black standing motionless in the darkness. The person appeared almost mannequin-like, perfectly still with their back turned toward him. Instinctively, Rick lifted his torch and aimed the light in that direction. In an instant, the figure disappeared. There were no visible footsteps, no sound of movement, and no clear direction where the person could have gone. Whoever had been standing there had vanished without a trace. Rick felt panic rising as he tried to understand what he had just witnessed. He was certain someone had been there, yet the disappearance seemed impossible to explain. He tried to rationalize it, wondering if it was a trick of the light or simply his eyes adjusting to the darkness. Then, a loud bang echoed through the forest. The sudden noise startled him. Rick immediately checked a nearby metal gate along a fence line, thinking it might have caused the sound, but the explanation did little to calm his nerves. An uneasy feeling settled over him. Trying to relax, he returned to the van and prepared for the night, repeating to himself that it was probably nothing. Eventually, he drifted off to sleep.
Right, there was a knock. There was definitely a knock. Someone was trying the van door handles as well. I'm going to turn the lights out. Someone was trying the van door handles. Okay. I heard a car pull up. There's definitely a car pulled up outside. I'm going to have a look. Well, that was weird. I opened the van doors and then it's all quiet out there now, so I'm just going to try and get myself back to sleep. I don't know who they were, but we're all locked up, so we're safe. They can't get in, hence why they were knocking. So 1:45 now, so try again. All right.
But the night was far from over. Around 1 a.m, Rick was suddenly awakened by the unmistakable sound of someone testing the handles on his van doors. Before he could fully react, loud knocking followed. The sound was close and deliberate. Someone was outside. Heart pounding, Rick gathered the courage to look. When he opened the door, a car immediately reversed and drove away, disappearing into the darkness of the forest. The timing felt unsettling. It seemed intentional, as if whoever had been there did not want to be seen. Questions rushed through his mind. Who would approach a stranger's van in the middle of the night in such an isolated place? Trying to remain calm, Rick considered that it might have been someone lost or simply passing through. He closed the door, locked it, and lay back down, but the disturbance was not finished.
Believe this. Let me turn the lights on. I've heard that car come back. And it's what? 2:45 now. That van's come back. Well, that car's come back. That 4x4 vehicle. I can't hear anyone. I can't hear anyone talking outside. There we go. There we go. Right. Literally haven't slept. This. I am going home. They've driven off again. I didn't even look out. I just peered through my curtains, and it's driven off again. I don't know if this is anywhere I shouldn't be parked, but I'm going. I'm not staying here anymore.
He woke again to sharp knocking on the van door. This time it was louder and more controlled. The same car had returned. The knocking was slow, firm, and deliberate, not random and not accidental. At that moment, Rick understood something important. This felt intentional. It seemed as though whoever was outside was testing him, waiting for a reaction. Rick did not open the door. He did not look outside. He stayed completely still, barely breathing, trusting his instincts. After several long and tense minutes, the vehicle reversed again and disappeared into the darkness. but the uneasiness remained. The repeated returns did not feel accidental. They felt planned. Then there was the earlier sighting, the figure in black who had disappeared without a sound. Rick could not ignore the possibility that the two events might somehow be connected. Nothing about the sequence of events felt random. The disappearance of the figure had already seemed unnatural, and now the repeated knocking in the middle of the night made the situation feel far more serious than he had first believed. A realization slowly formed in his mind. If he had opened that door, the situation might have escalated quickly. The forest was isolated. There was no one nearby, and no immediate help available. The risk was real. With adrenaline still rushing through him, Rick made his decision. He quietly started the engine. The headlights cut through the trees as he drove away from the woodland, leaving the darkness behind. What was meant to be a peaceful escape into nature had become a chilling and unresolved mystery. Strange moments can happen in quiet places, and not everything can be explained right away. If you were alone in that van and heard those knocks in the dark, would you have opened the door or stayed silent and waited for morning? It was June 3, 2018, when Louis Roldan was in Guatemala near Volcán de Fuego, one of the world's most active volcanoes about 27 miles from Guatemala City, an area often visited by hikers and people on camping trips. That day, he was simply walking along the side of the road when a sudden thunderous explosion tore through the air. He was walking along the side of the road when a sudden thunderous blast shook the air. At first, he noticed a small cloud of smoke and believed it was only a minor eruption. He pulled out his camera and began recording, but what first appeared to be an ordinary moment quickly turned into a serious survival situation. The ash from the volcano rapidly became heavier and thicker, covering everything in view, and leaving Luis struggling to remain safe in the growing chaos.
¡Corran, corran! Eso es ahí Ala, miren, ala, sí, lo mató bastante. Híjole, pero aquí no llega. Hoy sí le pasó del... Sí, se pasó de veras, miren. Ahí viene, ahí viene. Híjole, el humo, sí, híjole, están temblando los... ¡Vámonos! ¡Vámonos! ¡Tápenla, tápenla! ¡Vamos! ¡Dele! ¡A un lado! ¡A un lado! ¡Despacio, Simón! ¡Dele despacio, hombre, que el carro no nos alcanza! ¡No la rampa!
He stayed there for a short moment, believing the ash would not reach him. But it was spreading far faster than anyone expected. People nearby were already running, desperate to reach safety. Then several cars rushing away stopped and picked him up. They managed to get him out just in time. When he looked back, he saw a massive choking cloud of ash rising behind them. Ash this dense is extremely dangerous to breathe, and being so close to the eruption, it was almost certainly scorching hot as well. Thankfully, the people who helped him did not leave anyone behind, but even so, nearly 200 people were confirmed dead in the disaster. For hikers or people camping nearby, small warning signs can be easy to miss. If you saw that cloud rising, would you have run in time? The YouTube channel Rachel and Tommy returned in October 2021 to Tishomingo Wildlife Management Area, a place they had camped before where things felt a little unsettling during their last visit. They planned to spend the night there again with their dog Badger to see what might happen. After arriving...
Hey, what's up, everybody? Here at the Tishomingo Wildlife Management Area Refuge. I've actually been here before, and got a little creepy out here last time. But here's the thing: he's running around being Badger, obviously, but he's been very skittish since we got here.
Yeah.
Like he'll just take off running and not like doing zoomies running like. But he comes down this little ravine down here, and
won't go any further. Like
No, and then he'll like get all skittish and run off. I'm not sure what's going on, but we're gonna stay here tonight and find out.
yay.
Badger immediately began acting nervous and refused to go past a certain point near a ravine. They had visited this same location before and experienced a few unusual moments, which made his behavior stand out even more this time.
Well, last time we were here, there was a crow walking around in the van. I don't know, maybe a raccoon was like walked under the van and hit the bottom of hit the frame hard enough to like kind of move the van. That'll wake you up. You know, if a raccoon runs into your house, you're like, I have no idea that a raccoon ran into my house. You know,
Yeah, you would know that.
you're a little more acutely aware of your surroundings. We're definitely going to keep you posted.
Yeah, because he won't go any further. He'll look out there and I don't know. He's just
Yeah.
skittish.
We don't know.
I don't know.
Where are you hearing it, honey?
Everywhere. I mean, like in this area. Now he'll come over here, but he won't go over there.
Yeah, over there. He's like, nope. See? I don't know if
Yeah, he.
yeah, it's a weird. It's definitely a weird. Noises across the lake. I'm gonna walk down here and see.
Camping in wildlife areas means sharing space with animals and hearing sounds that are not always easy to recognize. Dogs often notice things that people overlook, and their reactions can sometimes be nothing at all, or a quiet signal that something nearby deserves attention.
I know there are turkeys out here. We've been out in the woods a lot. We know the sounds. What we're hearing are not regular sounds. And usually you can hear birds, you can hear critters. But when you're hearing other noises and you're not hearing critters, yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. We're going to stick it out. You know, we have no problem running off, or not running off. We have no problem starting the van and driving out of here and going to find another place to stay. I don't feel like we're going to have to do that. I mean, do you feel like that, honey?
What?
Like we need to go somewhere else? Yeah, like I said, we haven't heard critters. I mean, we heard a duck, but we haven't heard critters. Creatures, yeah. I just heard something again back over that way. Last time we were here, there were turkeys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe we're.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to. I don't let myself get freaked out.
Yeah.
Because I know for 99.99 things that you hear, that there's an explanation. So, don't know. Yeah. So we're sitting here just enjoying the peace and quiet. We keep hearing weird sounds. No clue what they are. Badger's been skittish again, like we said. Like he'll just look off in the woods and stop and just stare. It's eerily quiet out here.
Now that was a duck.
Like, you know, obviously there are raccoons and possums, whatever else out here. I mean, we're in the woods. A little disconcerted. And then it's starting to sprinkle.
A little bit.
It's supposed to storm later. Again, I'm not worried, but it's a little creepy. A little creepy. It'll be fine. It will. So we've been sitting here in the van, lights off, just playing on our phones. We have the windows down, but we're just sitting in the van. And I keep hearing something out in front of the van. So let me turn the LED lights on real quick and see if there's no. It's all good so far, I guess. I mean, it's going to be good. I'm not really worried about it. But. So I locked Badger out of the van because we're sitting out here. This boy got up in Rachel's whole lap because he's afraid of. Well, he's staring in what specific direction right now?
Living inside a van makes you far more aware of your surroundings than you might be in a house. Some nights raise a simple question about instinct and patience. When the woods grow quiet and something feels different, do you trust that feeling enough to leave, or stay and see what might be waiting out there? The next clip comes from It's Bates, a YouTube channel known for nighttime forest explorations, camping challenges, and fear-based paranormal-style games. It is September 8th, 2022, in an open field with nearby woodland and a construction site. Two members of the group prepare to leave the tent and move toward the nearby forest. The night is cold and extremely dark, with the open field offering very little cover and the tree line ahead appearing almost completely black. As they walk, distant alarms and faint noises echo from the surrounding area, making it difficult to determine where the sounds are actually coming from.
Don't come back because I heard the sound from there earlier.
What if no one comes back?
Well, I swear I keep like, seeing things. Even though it's the scariest thing ever. Wait! This is the construction site, the alarm might go on.
No, but we're not like in the building. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I do. Let's just hide. Crouch! Crouch! Me, same, I'm shivering.
They talk through the rules for their Midnight Demons tag game, attempting to stay calm. But the quiet surroundings make every small noise feel stronger as they move closer to the woods.
What is that?
Where?
Oh, this is disturbance. Is that a disturbance? That's a disturbance. Oh my god. Yo. Oh my god. Thank god, it's disturbance. What?
Did you see something?
I don't know. We saw like a red thing and then we heard something.
I was in the middle of the field. I was trying to get to you guys. I went to the forest area back there.
Yeah.
Like all the way back there.
Yeah.
And I swear I heard like
Wait, you went all the way back there?
you see this forest, like big trees.
Yeah.
One member of the group suddenly notices what appears to be a red light, or possibly a figure far in the distance. Everyone reacts immediately, unsure whether it is one of their friends or something else entirely. Later, one person admits they tried to frighten the others, but the earlier noises coming from the forest are never clearly explained. The group spends the remainder of the night inside the tent discussing what happened during the game. Although some moments later turn out to be pranks, the darkness of the open field and the constant background sounds make the entire experience feel much more intense than expected. In places like that, even small sounds can change how people react. If you had been standing there in the dark field, would you have walked toward the woods or stayed inside the tent? The next disturbing video of the night comes from Aaron Evans, a UK-based adventure and exploration vlogger who investigates haunted forests, caves, and locations connected to local folklore with his dog Bailey. The channel centers on immersive real-time experiences, combining paranormal investigation with outdoor adventure and camping. It is August 2nd, 2025 in the United Kingdom. Aaron and his group begin by visiting a tower associated with the legend of Lady Sally, but the entrance is locked. A local directs them toward a nearby cave system believed to be the only accessible part of the area, and they decide to explore there instead. As they approach the cave entrance, the group moves carefully, aware that the tunnels may be tight and unstable. Bailey the dog stays close, confidently leading the way as they prepare to head inside.
This is insane. Let's go to the other ones. I don't want to... Bro, I don't want to die. This is scary. Bro, it opens up even more. Oh my god, it goes further. Okay, let's go.
Inside the cave system, the passages quickly narrow before opening into larger chambers. The low ceilings and uneven ground force them to move slowly and carefully. One member mentions feeling uneasy in the confined space, while Bailey continues forward without hesitation. The darkness, echoing footsteps, and tight tunnels create a tense and claustrophobic atmosphere as they make their way through.
Looks like a witch's tree. We've decided that this spot here is going to be home for the night. Right next to the spooky tree. There's like a branch, basically a tree, leaning up against the oak tree, but it's fallen over and the only thing that's holding up is the oak tree. So we're just going to move over like to this spot here.
After leaving the caves, the group sets up camp near a twisted tree locals refer to as the witch's tree. Using a stone fire pit, they prepare food and settle in for the night. But the forest begins to feel increasingly uneasy as daylight fades. Small sounds from the surrounding woods and shifting shadows make the location feel more isolated than expected.
Good morning. Well, I didn't sleep very well last night. I could hear this like weird sort of screeching, barking, and then on top of that as well, Bailey was just like sat up almost like all night long. So I don't know what that was about.
During the night, strange screeching noises echo through the forest. The sounds resemble animals, but seem unusually loud and close. Bailey remains alert, watching the tree line and reacting to movement that the group cannot clearly see. No figures appear, but the atmosphere stays tense enough to keep everyone awake. By morning, the group packs up camp and heads to a nearby churchyard in search of Sally's grave. Many of the headstones are worn and difficult to read, and they are unable to confirm the exact location. The trip to Sally in the woods ends without answers. Sometimes locations with long stories attached to them feel different once night falls, even when nothing clearly appears on camera. If you had spent the night there and heard those sounds in the forest, would you have stayed until morning or left the campsite early? The video comes from the Northwest Wind, an outdoor adventure and stealth camping channel centered on solo overnight challenges in unusual locations. The creator records real-time stealth camping attempts in urban or restricted places, often showing the genuine risks involved when plans begin to fall apart. It is March 28, 2025, in a housing development in the United States.
Can you guys see? I don't know how well you can see. I'm behind a dumpster and more wood and stuff. And we're gonna attempt to sneak into this bad boy. Gonna turn off the light. Okay. Let me turn on the red light, actually. This is too much. Oh, that's too much. Stop. I'm telling the light to stop. Alright, I can't see anything back here. I'm gonna try and go around back.
Sam returns to a residential construction site for what he calls Stealth Camp 39, arriving after dark in hopes of avoiding attention. Almost immediately, a construction worker appears between two unfinished houses, using a torch while loading equipment into a work truck. Realizing the site is still active, Sam backs away and parks his vehicle about half a mile away, deciding to approach the area on foot instead.
Cops. 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 I gotta get the out of here. They're parked right there. They're 10 feet away. They're 10 feet away. He stopped right there.
While walking back along the main road, a police car passes twice, increasing his anxiety. He hides behind a construction trailer and a dumpster, waiting for the street to become quiet, before slipping into one of the unfinished houses. Once inside, he drops his gear and carefully moves toward the front of the building to check whether the road is clear. Two police vehicles pull up close to the property. From inside the house, Sam realizes officers are only a short distance away, and that remaining inside could result in being caught. He quickly gathers his gear and runs out the back of the property toward the wooded area behind the development, abandoning the stealth camping attempt entirely.
They're flashing the light back here now too. Alright, this is I'm trapped. If I go back, the houses are right there. I can't go anywhere else. I'm trapped. I might get arrested right now. Alright, let's just... Every step I take. Oh, there's one of them. Okay. There's one of them. I'm on the ground. One of them is right at the border of the lines of the houses. My camera's flashing red because it's recording.
Trying to create more distance between himself and the construction site, he climbs down a steep ravine and crosses a shallow creek, soaking his boots. Thick brush, uneven ground, and the cold make the escape physically exhausting. But he continues moving until he reaches safer ground deeper in the woods. The stealth camping attempt lasts less than an hour and never becomes an overnight stay. Cold, wet, and tired, Sam eventually returns to his vehicle parked near a church and reflects on the events. The night ends as a failed attempt, but also as a reminder that stealth camping in active residential areas can bring real consequences. If you were in that unfinished house and saw those police cars pull up, would you have stayed hidden or run for the woods? The video was uploaded on September 8, 2025. Gaz and his dog Fendi headed out for a night in the woods, returning to a campsite he already knew well. This time, however, a new landowner meant they technically didn't have permission to be there. Even so, they settled in, preparing for what they expected would be a calm evening.
Apparently there's a new landowner. I did have permission before to camp and stuff here, but apparently they've sold up shop, so we'll see if he comes down later. I've forgotten how to do it. Forgotten how to do all this YouTube shizzle. And then we'll get some bigger stuff on once that's going. Whew. Smoky Joe's.
As darkness settled, Gaz started a fire, but the woods refused to stay peaceful for long. Rocks shifted, Branches scraped, and shapes seemed to pass between the trees. The unease slowly built as he understood he wasn't alone in the darkness.
Just heard a rock again in that stream. Do you reckon it's them American crayfish doing some star jumps or something and squats? Full of them in here. Signal crayfish.
Later, a large figure emerged, sending his pulse racing, though it eventually proved to be a cow.
Cows, look. Oh, they've got horns. Can you see them? They're there, Fendi. I didn't even hear him. Didn't even hear him come down. Oh, there's more.
Even after that, he began noticing additional forms nearby. Standing in the middle of the woods, surrounded by a herd in total darkness, felt far more unsettling than he had anticipated.
They're going to be here all night because grass is just well long. We've got a buffet down here and they're just going to be bothering me all night. Oh, there's more here. Fendi, come here. Let me put her up, lead. Is that your mum over there? Oh, there's some more down there. Right, come on, Fendi, let's get out of here. You don't need to play with me, dog. It's alright. Chill, Winston.
Rather than risk any further interaction, Gaz packed up and relocated deeper into the forest to spend the rest of the night elsewhere. The wilderness rarely follows your expectations, and sometimes the smartest move is simply to relocate and let the night unfold somewhere else. Maybe it was just livestock moving through their space, or maybe it was the feeling of being outnumbered in the dark. If you found yourself surrounded like that with no light around you, would you stay calm and remain, or quietly move on before things shifted again? The disturbing video of the night comes from The How Raj, a UK-based paranormal channel focused on haunted locations and local ghost stories. It is January 11th, 2026 in a wooded area between Huntington and Bampton in the United Kingdom near Nuns Bridge, a location connected to long-standing folklore and unsettling reports.
So I'm actually shitting myself.
Yeah, we heard screaming on the way down. Is it a country park?
This is a country
It's
park.
a country park, so why is there screaming here
No, I'm going to turn
at
my headlight
11:30
on.
at night? I don't know.
Can you see that ahead of me?
Yeah, I
Right.
think the glare on the camera's a bit... I can't see much, but hopefully you guys can see. I can't feel my
Right,
fingers.
I'm getting absolutely nothing on this.
Oh my gosh, you literally got a light on your head.
I'm getting absolutely nothing on this right now, which is kind of disappointing because I was hoping... Now, this is scary as shit, by the way. If I just look down there and I see a figure, I'm running, you're on your own.
Oh god. There's also like a little marshland down there as well.
Just look at that. That's something out of a horror film, that is.
Tell you now, if I see something, I'm running.
Yeah, me too. Right.
Right, nothing yet.
There's absolutely...
Need to summon her in a minute.
Yeah. We'll ask her some questions.
Yeah.
My hands feel like they're going to fall off.
Yeah, so my thumb's actually frozen.
Morgan and his girlfriend enter the forest beside Nuns Bridge. The ground is frozen, the air is cold, and marshland surrounds the narrow paths. The EMF meter shows no initial spikes. Despite this, unsettling sounds continue to travel through the forest. While the noises could be animals, the darkness and isolation make them feel far more unsettling than they otherwise might.
Are you trapped here? Do you wish to communicate? Give us a sign if you wish to communicate.
Nothing on here yet. We'd like to communicate. Can you make yourself present?
That sounded like help me, actually.
Did it?
Morgan attempts communication using the spirit box. Several phrases come through that could suggest a response, though he openly acknowledges the possibility of radio interference. The uncertainty hangs in the air, creating a brief but tense moment as he listens carefully for clarity.
One here. Any ghosts here? Any spirits that wish to communicate with me? I smell dog poo. I genuinely smell dog poo. Which isn't good. That's probably the scariest thing I've thought tonight.
While standing alone, Morgan suddenly notices a strong smell resembling dog food, with no clear source in the cold, empty forest. The unexplained odor adds an unexpected sensory element to the investigation. Sharp, unidentified sounds cut through the night, followed again by distant screams. The source remains unclear, reinforcing the eerie and oppressive atmosphere surrounding the bridge and nearby woodland. As the investigation ends, no visual apparition or definitive paranormal evidence is captured. Sometimes nights like this leave a strange feeling, even when nothing clear appears on camera. Quiet places with long stories attached to them can make every sound feel heavier than it should. If you had been standing near that bridge hearing those sounds in the dark forest, would you have kept investigating or turned back? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.